Today for my memoir, I'm going to tell the infamous story about how I got engaged. It's one of my favorites, and to me it's always funny. My husband and I have been together now for 12 years, but married for 7 of them. We did our relationship a little unorthodox. We moved in together, and then we had our first daughter. About when she was about a year old is when we got engaged. Now let me bring you back a little bit before this. I always knew that I was going to marry Brett, my husband. We talked about it before we even got pregnant or had our daughter, our first. It was just kind of something that we knew we were going to do. I mean, it was just, our relationship was great and simple, and I knew I wanted to marry him almost right away. After we had our daughter and she was about a year old, I was starting to kind of get the feeling that I thought, okay, I think I'm kind of ready for this. I didn't want to get married when I was pregnant or because of her right away. That was just my personal opinion and kind of how I felt about it. I just wasn't ready for marriage. I was just had a baby. So we kind of talked about marriage a little bit, but it was nothing that was really in the books. At least that's what I thought. Our timing was a little bit off. He was in school, we both had serious careers, and we had a 1-year-old. Well, one day my husband got a promotion at work, so whenever I came home, he asked me, he's like, let's go get some ice cream. And it was a nice summer day, and I said, yeah, definitely, that sounds great. I love ice cream. Who doesn't? So he asked me to run out to his truck, which was a work truck, and grab his wallet for him. His truck was a little bit lifted, so when I opened the door, it's almost like the pocket of the door is kind of more in my eye level than normal. So I open the door, and it's a nice sunny day, and I see this beautiful velvet black box, and I'm like, what the heck? At first, I was a little startled. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what? What? And I was like, a little bit of freaking out. I mean, I think I found my engagement ring. And I was scared because I was like, okay, do I look? Do I not? But knowing me, I looked. I'm the worst at surprises. I hate them. I can't do it. I don't want my Christmas presents under the tree until it is Christmas because I need to open them immediately. I suck at surprises. I really do. So, of course, I wander my little eyes over there and tinily open the little tiny black box and see the ring, and it's so pretty. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And immediately emotions flood into me. I'm like, what did I just do? I just ruined a surprise. Who knows what he had planned? And I felt horrible. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, what if he knows I looked? What if it's not in the right spot or something? So I quickly grab his wallet out of the center console, and I'm walking back up to the house, and I know my face is white. I'm sure, because I was so nervous, and I felt horrible immediately. Like, I wanted to take it back, the looking. And I walk into the door, and he says, did you find anything else good in there besides my wallet? Oh, man, I was so upset. I knew he must have known. I think he was watching me. If I remember correctly, I later found out that he was watching me because he said once he sent me out to the truck, he immediately remembered that he left the ring in there. But partially, who leaves an engagement ring in the truck? I mean, come on, people. Granted, it was like in our garage, but I mean, come on. Why do you leave it there of all the places? So I didn't know what to do because I was uncomfortable and embarrassed, so I threw the wallet into the house and grabbed my keys and jumped into my car, and I cried, and I called his best friend, and he said, oh man, you ruined a good surprise. He had this whole thing planned in a couple weeks, and you just ruined it all. And I'm like, well, I didn't know about that, so you just ruined that part. But I eventually made myself go back home, and when I walked into the door, Brett was there. We ended up going on a little walk with our daughter, and it was nice. It was simple. He ended up just sitting me down, telling me what I meant to him as the mother of his child, as his girlfriend, as his future wife, and he asked me to marry him, and it was perfect. It was sweet. It was a nice day, and we were in the park by our house, and it worked out great. So I think he had a lot of fluff planned, but the way it ended was really great. And when I think about it, I wouldn't change it any other way because it kind of depicts our relationship. It's just me impatient and hating surprises, and he's laid back and such an easygoing person. It makes it work for us, and I think that is one of the best things about this, and it's always funny to me because it kind of just puts our relationship in a bubble of what we kind of are as people in this relationship. So it's one of my favorites to tell, and I really enjoy telling it. So thanks.